We will now call the June 25th Plan Commission meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Hannah here.
Shinsky here.
Lorick here. Gavich here.
Guzikowski here.
Oldani here.
Seifert here.
Chandler here.
We'll get us to the approval of the minutes of June 11th, 2024. If everybody take a moment. And if you're satisfied, there's no discussions, questions, errors, or omissions, motion.
Seifert moves to approve the minutes of June 11th, 2024.
Guzikowski will second.
Roll call, beginning with Christine.
Hannah, I.
Shinsky, aye.
Lorick, aye.
Gavich, aye.
Guzikowski, aye.
Oldani, aye.
Seifert, aye.
Chandler abstains.
Item 4 is to review and discuss a report on recent common council actions, of which there were none. Item 5 is review and discuss a report on recent Board of Housing and Zoning appeal actions. There are currently none. And item 6 is review and discuss a report on recent quarterly Parks and Recreation Commission actions. We will receive that next report July the 23rd, 2024. That will get us into new business in item 7A. It's a certified survey map submitted by James Rosen, Highgate LLC, dividing and reconfiguring properties at 7836 South Highgate Avenue and 1402 West Hampstead Lane. Melanie.
As mentioned, the applicant is looking for approval to divide and reconfigure the properties shown on screen. After the reconfiguration, Outlot 9 will be just over 7.5 acres, and Outlot 10 will be just over 4 acres. On screen is the proposed CSM. You can see the Lot 10 in the left photo. That will be what is hatched with Property 2 that's combining. The CSM is in anticipation for future development. For just some background on why the applicant is applying for this. With that, the suggested motion is on screen.
Thank you. Applicant want to say anything or wait on questions? Okay, he's indicated he'll wait on questions. Go right to the commission. Chelsea, you want to start us out?
Surely. No questions, thank you.
Fred?
No questions at this time.
Don?
No questions.
No
Chris?
questions.
Greg?
No questions.
Ashley?
No questions, thank you.
And Christine?
Yes, one question. I know you want that combination for future development. Do you have any idea or any current applicant for that development?
You'll have to be on the microphone, and we'll need your name and address, please.
Yep, Chris Waite. I work with R.A. Smith, 16745 West Blue Mountain Road. It's a hospital use. It's a rehab facility, inpatient. I'm not sure how many beds, but their site plan application is coming in a couple of weeks, so they're actively working on it. And they're in the next item. There is a concept site plan included.
Just want to make sure that it's going to match with the number of parking and everything else.
Yep. Yeah. And so I think kind of the southern half is going to be the building, and then the northern half will be the parking lot.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. I have no questions. It's simple CSM combining of the properties. With that, motion, please.
Oldani moves that the Plan Commission recommends to the Common Council that the certified survey map submitted by James Rosen, Highgates LLC for the properties at 7836 South Highgate Avenue and 1402 West Hampstead Lane be approved with the following conditions. 1, that the signature page is updated to the current Plan Commission secretary, and 2, that all technical corrections, including but not limited to spelling errors, minor coordinate geometry corrections, and corrections required for compliance with the municipal code and Wisconsin statutes are made prior to recording.
Seifert seconds.
Roll call, beginning with Ashley.
Ripchinsky, aye.
Clark, aye.
Gavich, aye.
Guzekowski, aye.
Old Donnie, aye.
Seifert, aye.
Chandler, aye.
Anna, aye.
Okay. Moving on, we'll go to 7B, and that is consideration of a rezone to review a request submitted by James Rosen Highgate LLC to rezone portions of the property at 1402 Hampstead Lane to I-1 institutional. Carrie?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The current zoning for the property is B4, and it is within the Highgate development, and this is directly related to the CSM you just recommended for approval. The proposal is to change a portion of this property to I-1 and still maintain its PUD status within Highgate. So no changes are proposed to the PUD with regard to this particular rezone application. The anticipated use for this reconfigured property will be a rehabilitation hospital, as previously mentioned. And in the concept plan that was included in your packets, it shows 40 beds that may fluctuate just slightly. Pretty straightforward in terms of exactly what they want to do, because this was always anticipated on the corner to be a hospital use. So you may recall back in 2018, a hospital had been approved on the corner. So this is just giving them a little bit more property to work with. You can see in the concept plan that they do have the building close to the road and the parking pretty much at the rear. On the screen right now is the rezone exhibit, so it's showing you that portion that is going to be included in the I-1 district. Again, no change to the PUD. They will still be subject to those conditions and restrictions. This just allows for a single parcel in a single zoning district. Now, we've talked about this before, not allowing for split zone districts or split zone parcels rather, so that we don't have conflicting district requirements. If at any point something changes with the PUD, this parcel will still be an I-1 zoned parcel. On the screen right now is that conceptual site plan showing that future proposed inpatient rehab hospital, approximately 40 beds. This will be, again, on the corner. The orientation is such that Drexel is on the left-hand side, North is pointing toward the right. And with that, there is a suggested motion for consideration on the screen. Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Does the applicant want to say anything or wait on questions? Wait on questions. Okay, we'll go to the commission. Christine?
No question. Thank you.
Ashley?
No questions.
Greg?
This is only rezoning the new CSM, correct? The packet has the entire parcel hatched off.
So
It's just the corner.
It's just the corner. The reason that the entire parcel is highlighted is simply because that parcel hasn't been carved off from the overall remaining lands yet.
Okay.
So it's just this portion that's kind of dotted on the screen right here that'll be rezoned. But again, the PUD is not changing. This land will still remain part of and subject to the PUD, including the corner. So the entire property is still part of Highgate.
And like you said, this was already kind of approved to be a hospital that never built back when it was approved.
Correct.
And I know this is just a concept plan, but this is only proposed to be a rehab facility, no full hospital with emergency room and things like that.
No, although that, this is just the rezone to allow for development to move forward. So, but
Okay.
from the information that we were provided, this is an inpatient rehab facility only.
Chris?
My questions have been answered.
Don?
No questions.
Fred?
No questions?
Chauncey?
No questions, thank you.
Anything from fire? I didn't bring you up on the CSM. I figured you really didn't care about that.
Mike Havey, Assistant Chief Fire. Really have no comments. This proposal would fall under really the purview of Department of Health Services for final code review. So there's a lot more restrictive provisions for hospitals under those implications under NFPA and IBC code. So we're really not too concerned right now with the proposal.
Okay. I myself, I do not have any questions regarding the rezone of the property. Obviously, we'll see the building sometime in the near future. With that, we'll call for a motion.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
any members of the public that wish to speak?
Oh, Any members of the public? I'm sorry. Anybody wishing to speak on this item? No? Easy. Okay. With that, motion.
Lorik moves to recommend to the Common Council that a portion of the property at 1402 West Hampstead Lane is rezoned from B4 General Business PUD to I1 Institutional PUD after a public hearing.
Guzekowski goes second.
Roll call beginning. Greg.
Lorik, aye.
Gavich, aye.
Guzekowski, aye.
Oldani, aye.
Seifert, aye.
Chandler, I.
Hannah, aye.
Ripchinsky, aye.
Okay, that will get us to announcements. Quite a big day here at the City of Oak Creek, as we all know, but the public doesn't know. This is Carrie's very last planning meeting with the City of Oak Creek. She is moving on to greater opportunities and is going to be greatly missed here. So, if anybody wants to speak, take the floor. Any comments for Carrie? Greg?
First off, congratulations on the new position.
Thank you.
And I guess from myself, I appreciate all the help that you've been, all the knowledge you shared while I was the new person on the commission. You definitely will be missed. Hopefully you were able to pass off some knowledge to Melanie, who will fill in. So I just wish as an organization we were able to retain you and do right by you. Unfortunately, that did not happen, so you will be missed. Thank you for everything you've done.
Actually, yes, I already told you that so many times. As soon as I heard it, I'm like, no, my gosh, no. 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 Every time I go somewhere, good goes. Anyway, I think what I'm trying to say, I wish you all the best. There's so many times I come here and you just, and don't take it personally. After a very long day at work, I don't want to be here. But when I come in and I see how much dedicated you are, I just get engaged and I get into it. So I'll miss that a lot. But I think Melanie will do such a good job as well. So
You are in very good hands.
Brad?
Yeah, I just remember Carrie when she interviewed for the job
Back when I was a wee
back
babe.
in the old city hall, and she came to the planning commission. I think there were several other applicants, so forth, but we were very impressed with you that night. And again, we thank you very much for being with us for this long and for the fine job that you've done. So we hate to see you go.
Yeah, I'm going to miss your confidence. I've been on this planning commission for 5 years now, which is nuts, and learned a lot from you. I made mistakes, and thankfully you corrected me, and it's been a learning experience having you here. You've been just reliable as far as we know what's going to get done right. We know what's written down and what you're saying is. That's what I'm going to miss the most. I have the utmost confidence in your preparation. That is going to be sorely missed. And Melanie, you have some big shoes to fill. I'm sure you're gonna do just fine though. But yeah, that went fast.
That's something, Chris?
Yes, I was just going to say thank you, Carrie, for every time I call with a question or emailed, you were kind enough to respond as quickly as you could. And it worked out for however it worked best, but you were always there for me. And that's what I appreciate. I'm going to miss sorely. So, thank you.
All right. Well, I guess I'm.
We got one more.
Oh, Mike, sorry.
Uh-oh.
Mike Avey, Assistant Chief Fire. I just wanted for the organization, for the fire department, just to congratulate Carrie. The collaboration and the work that she's helped us through the years, not only myself, but previously Chief Gressick, greatly appreciated. So congratulations to Carrie, and thanks for all your service.
Taking a pass. Okay. Ashley's in-house here. So, I'm going to say a few things. I get all over the county, the state, and everybody goes, wow, this city's impressive. You guys get things done, you have a high standard of what you do. And I always say it's always the people in City Hall that are working 40 hours a week that get it done. And one of the main people that helped the development spur that has happened over the last, to pinpoint it, they call it 15 years, but be correct. About 12 years, 11 years, which coincidentally is the term she's been around. Her and the planning team as well. She had help. But she is a workhorse engine in what she does. And this city would not be anywhere near in as good a shape as it is and as well planned out and held the standards as it is. She's confident, she's tough, she's fair. And that is a dangerous combination when it comes to a planner. You will be sorely missed, but greatly appreciated. Unfortunately, all good things, move on, and sometimes people outgrow the environment they're in, and the universe tends to put you sometimes where you need to be. And when one door closes, another door opens, so our loss is definitely going to be somebody else's gain, for sure. I keep telling her she's probably going to own the next place she's in the next 4 or 5 years, for sure. I can't be more thankful to have you as part of planning when I'm here. You make my job a million times easier. Believe me, when I'm stuck, I can look to that table. And I have every confidence Melanie's going to pick it up. But we always just keep going. You've had a great trainer, and a lot of people don't know this, but Carrie had a lot of interns over the years that picked up jobs in other municipalities along the way. And part of the reason they got picked up is because they were really trained well right here in Oak Creek by this lady. It's a testament. So, you leave great resume behind here, and you've done great things. Whenever you come here, you'll be able to point to it and say it. But you've touched a lot of things and changed a lot of people, from all the interns you had to people like Melanie, people in this building. So be very proud of everything you did. Yeah, I'm going to miss you, without a doubt. Without a doubt. But I wish you all the best, and congratulations, without a doubt. So, with that being said,
Motion?
yeah, motion to adjourn, I think, is in order.
Yeah.
Work moves to adjourn at 6:18.
Seifert seconds.
Roll call, beginning with myself. Aye.
Guzekowski.
Oldani, aye.
Seifert, aye.
Shambler, aye.
Anna, I.
Kupczynski, aye.
Lorick, aye.
Okay. That's a wrap.